Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back, of course, to the Time Bomb channel. Hope all is good in your part of the world. And if you're new to the channel and you share wristwatch and EDC obsessions, please do hit that subscribe button for vids to feed that unhealthy addiction. Got an unboxing today of a recent release from our omnipotent chums over at Casio. This then is the GX56SL4ER, and that is part of the what do they call it? The Sandy Sands range, or the Desert Sands range, or Sand Effects range, something like that. I had seen some of their previous earthy, misty forest ones, and I wasn't overly convinced. This particular one to me looks like something a bear had been using when he couldn't find a suitable leaf there in the forest. But these ones, sorry, I'm just making a bit of noise here while I open the box. Sorry, wait one. There we go. Sorry, it was a little noisy, that cardboard. I was just going to say these mottled ones, one of which we've got here, I think, to my eyes at least, they are lighter shades, and consequently I think that they work a little bit better, but I've not seen this one in the flesh yet, so hopefully it doesn't just completely destroy all my preconceptions. Let's crack them open here. Here inside we have our new version of the 56L. They do call these a limited edition, but I can't see anywhere, you know, if that's a limited run or numbers or anything like that. So I imagine they're just going to make it for a couple of months and then stop doing that. That's what limited means in this sense. And there we have, very, very interesting. As I say, ruddy complexion. The blurb suggests that the series comes from the or harks from the hues of the desert sands, and essentially what they're doing then is they're moulding resin blends to achieve these sort of sandy-ish colours. The series features a few other models. You can see there you've got the blackish sands, and then the sandy sands, and then the what should we call this one? The bloody red sands. I'm not really sure. Let me just pause the camera there and focus in a little bit. All right, so you can see a little bit up closer what that mottling or blending of the resins. They've thrown the red and the black in a pot and stirred it up, and this is what comes out the other end. Obviously, then the GX56 is no newbie to the G-Shock lineup. Nicknamed the King many years ago. I mean, it's an absolute beast of a watch. And as I said before, this kind of interesting to see that they've chosen this one in the range to breathe a little bit of new life into it, because there haven't been many updates. I think the last one I saw was the that very bright blue one, which was the Gods. Is it the 7 Gods or something? But anyway, so I'm not going to go hark on too much about the brand, or sorry, the particular model, because again, very common. But just those key specs, of course, you've got your 200 meters worth of watery goodness, daily alarms, auto calendar, it's solar powered, then with a whopping 27 months of power save function as it shuts itself down, auto light countdown timer, yada yada yada. And they are absolute chunkers, as many of others reviewers will have shared. And they're not necessarily going to work on all wrists, as they come in at a mighty 55.5 mils across. It's kind of a north to south here then of 53.6 mils, and then wait for it, yes, a whopping 17.5 mils thick. And thankfully then only coming in at 88 grams, otherwise I think those stats would probably make it a little bit unbearable. But let's just put that into size. We've got the 1000 Mudmaster over here. So again, if you own one of those, or you thought about one of those, again, this one much wider, and then probably not dissimilar, and it's probably even a little bit thicker, isn't it? Yeah, so it's a shade under the Mudmaster. What else have we got over here? We've then got the 350. Again, so the King there, much broader. And again, probably a similar thickness, and then maybe slightly unfairly, if we were to throw in the mix the 5000U. Yeah, considerably different. So it's basically one of these modules shoved in this, you know, overinflated, upped up size. But you can automatically see how the digits. I thought that they were a little bit more spaced out on the spaced out as in distance, as in not that they'd consumed something, but yeah, clearly much more visible on that 5000. So again, perhaps a slightly unfair comparison. And I think, yeah, overall, let me just throw it on wrist. Rocking the Citizen Tough today. But yeah, just to give you a little bit of wrist shot action. I mean, to me, these things have got more wrist presence than a Hublot. And they obviously, you know, they're going to take more of a beating than most of us are ever going to be able to handle. My wrist is 7¼ inch, and as you can see, even on me, that thing is an absolute tank. It really, really is. But I think that red colour on this thing, it just brings it something. You know, semi-grungy, semi-industrial. I can see the guys in Rammstein rocking these things when they're singing Mein Teil, and it just looked absolutely superb. Damn, I bought this to sell, but oh, God, I'm going to have to sell something else because I think I want to keep it. Let me just give you a close-up then of the dial, so you can just see how you've got the typical functions as you'll have seen this one fresh out the box. So I've not had a chance to look at any of the settings on it yet, but again, standard. The thing that I obviously can see then is that your shock protection just on those edges, then this one blacked out as opposed to on others where they color it a little bit. And it's not a multi-band 6, is it? I can't see from here, my eyes are getting too bad. No, I don't think this one is the multi-band 6 version, which, yeah, not too much of an issue. I mean, I kind of prefer mine when they are on these things. The obviously being a negative display, it does present legibility issues, but I think that the red around this actually lightens up that display a little bit, whereas on the all matte black versions of these, I mean, it just the dial disappears into the bezel and body casing, I think, a little bit. But do bear that in mind if you're looking for an ultra legible watch. This might not be your best option. However, where has it gone again? So here, yeah, you can't see it at all, can you? Yeah, I mean, the light really isn't adding anything to it here. I'll try and throw up a dark shot in a second, so I'll pause there. Here's the dark shot, just to give that additional perspective for you. Obviously, you've got auto light and it's solar power, so I think, yeah, you're probably going to be using that quite a little bit there. It's mineral glass up top as well, so that could be a little bit smudgy, but it's so deep set in there that it's probably going to resist most dings. Of course, on the side, you've got these huge oversized buttons, yeah, with that lovely hatching. Again, just come back to the 5000U, to the size of the buttons on those. Yeah, so no fingernail operation needed on these. You know, you can get, you know, full digit press on that, making it very, very usable and very quick to operate. Also, the strap then, obviously, I know they've given it the black one here. They've they resisted the temptation to make that the red also, and a lovely double pronger, sort of certainly satinized finish on there. Obviously, again, there's just our hand tag. Also then onto the case back as well. I love that black shrouding here. Really, really, really nice. And this one as well, made in Thailand, thankfully. Again, which will keep many of the doubters happy as well. Yeah, I much prefer that to the shouldering that you get on the 350s. It looks good, and it sort of semi-works, but it can be a little bit uncomfortable on hot days. Whereas again on the 1000, you do again get that slight shouldering here. But personally, I much prefer what they've done here with that all complete back piece. Much nicer. So yeah, a little bit of a refresh to a model that's been around for over 10 years now, I think. I can easily see them adding some of these other colours to as I say, as they have done with the Misty Forests to some of the other ones. I mean, I checked today on the UK website G-Shock and they were sold out. Maybe that's why they call it the King. So if you want a statement piece on your wrist, then this is really going to tickle your tickly bits. Just don't complain when it bounces off of the door frame as you walk by, because yeah, with that depth, it certainly will do. All right, so just one other thing on the channel today. Let me just zoom back out a little bit. As you've seen, we're featuring at the back here a watch winder. So I'm just going to bring that through to central focus 1 second. So clear up the desk a little bit here. And just so much stuff on the table. The reason for featuring the watch winder is that has very kindly been donated into the channel, and we're getting pretty close to 1,500 subscribers. So what I wanted to do was a giveaway, and the giveaway will be the watch winder. Let me just pop it on here so you can see that it does work. Unfortunately, very sorry to say this, the Kuriburi is not part of that giveaway, so yeah, that's definitely staying here with me. But I wanted to do a giveaway with a little bit of a difference. As I say, it's been donated into the channel. It comes with quite a personal backstory. So rather than just hand it over to one of you, I'd kind of like to ask for a charity donation, please. So my thinking is, drop me an email if you'd be keen on owning this. It's an unbranded one. I think that's probably come from our Han cousins over at AliExpress. My email is bombardier.hepworth@gmail.com. It's in the About tab of the channel also. So drop me an email if you're interested. Obviously, it's going to be on a first come serve basis because I've only got one of these. So drop me an email so that I can then confirm it is yours. And then I'll ask you to reciprocate with a screenshot of your donation. I'm going to be a bit of an arse here and say that if you're donating to BLM or charities that promote, drag shows to primary school kids, I'm not giving it to you. It needs to be a sensible charity, please. So something along the lines of, ex-forces support or marine conservation, that type of thing. That would be fantastic. Let us know if that's agreeable to you. Then I think, yeah, we've got a deal. That would be fantastic, and I'm happy to share the backstory on the watch winder and how it's come to the channel. Also, let us know your thoughts down below on my idea here, guys. And again, massive thanks to all the new subscribers that are building the channel up. Without you, we couldn't do things like this. So yeah. There we go. That's a wrap for today, guys. Thanks as always for your time and for your support of the channel. Really do appreciate it. And of course, until the next vid, this is your host, the Bombardier, signing off. Cheers, guys.